A langue or tongue was the major administrative division of the Knights Hospitaller or Order of St. John of Jerusalem. The term referred to a rough ethno-linguistic division of the geographical distribution of the order's members and possessions. The Gallo-Romance sphere was divided into Auvergne, France and Provence. The Ibero-Romance area was designated an Aragonese Langue, in 1462 split into Aragonese and Castilian, the latter comprising the priories of Castile, Leocuto and Portugal. The Italo-Romance area was given its own Italian Langue. Germanic Europe was divided into a German Langue on one hand, while the British Isles was designated a separate English Langue. After the order's break-up following the Protestant Reformation, some of the langues were reorganized. Specifically, the English Langue was recreated as Anglo-Bavaro-Polish Langue, for the purposes of structuring the order in its main seat in Rhodes and later Malta. The langues were designated individual auberges. For the purposes of administration of the order's possessions in Europe, the langues were divided into great priories, some of which were further divided into priories or bailiwicks, and at the lowest level into commanderies dealing with regional or local administration. History. By the early 14th century, when the order moved to Rhodes, the knights were organized into 8 langues or tongues, based on language or geographical origin. The head of each langue was known as a pillier or bailiff. The pilliers, together with the Knights Grand Cross, the bishop, the bailiffs of the convents and the prior of the conventual church, sat on the Grand Council of the Order. Each pillier also had specific responsibilities within the order. That of France was the Hospitaller, that of Italy was the Admiral. Each langue was housed in its own headquarters or auberge, in Rhodes, then in Bergue, Malta, and then, from the 1570s, in the new city of Valletta. Each langue has a chapel in the co-cathedral of St. John in Valletta. Auberges in Malta. In Malta, a total of 16 auberges were built, 8 in Bergue and later, another 8 in Valletta. At the time of the construction of Valletta, there were 8 langues: Auvergne, France; Provence, Italy; Aragon, Castile and Portugal; Germany; England. The English langue, however, consisted of 1 knight only, and only 7 auberges were built. In the late 18th century, the English langue was recreated as the Anglo-Bavaro-Polish, and an auberge was built for it then. Of the 16 auberges built in the 16th to 18th centuries, 11 survive to this day, 2 are mostly destroyed but some parts have remained, and 3 are completely destroyed. Of the 5 destroyed auberges, 4 were demolished following extensive damage by bombing in the Second World War. 2 auberges in Bergue, which were side by side, were later merged into 1 auberge, that of Auvergne and Provence. Bergue Auberge de la Maine, mostly destroyed in World War II. Some of the inner rooms remain. Auberge d'Angleterre, Auberge d'Aragon, Auberge d'Auvergne Provence, Auberge de Castile, Leon Portugal, Auberge de France, Auberge d'Italia, mostly destroyed in World War II. Some parts of the facade remain. Valletta Auberge de la Maine, demolished in 1839 to make way for St. Paul's Pro-Cathedral. Auberge d'Aragon, Auberge d'Auvergne, completely destroyed in World War II, replaced by the law courts. Auberge de Bavière, Auberge de Castile, Auberge de France, completely destroyed in World War II, replaced by the Workers' Memorial Building. Auberge d'Italia, Auberge de Provence,